five. Hi guys. Hi. Welcome to Self Care Sundays. My name is Tantwix. I am your host, even though my name is now Tantwix, and Emoji J doesn't want to change it because it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all my men out there who appreciate and support Self Care Sundays. I love you all, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. This is your day. So make sure that you get everything you want because it's the one day you get to do it. Okay? Don't be mad tomorrow if you didn't get to do it today. Anyways, today we have an amazing show. I'm super excited. We have the beautiful Emerald and we have the amazing Natural Goddess. I'm super excited to have them both on my show today. We are going to go through their self-care rituals, what they do to spoil themselves a little bit, enjoy themselves, elevate their vibration and all that good stuff. Today though, we are going to be talking about pain, the big word pain. Why? Because we all experience pain. We experience all different types of pain, right? Emotional, physical, what else? Perceived pain, mental, hormonal. There's so many different types of pain that we go through as people. And yes, and I think that a lot of times in our society that we are so quick to, ouch, that hurts. Let me go find something to take away the pain. And the one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older and I've gotten into the medical field now, again, I want to say, I always need to send this disclaimer. This is a disclaimer. This is a tips and hacks show. This is not a doctor show. I am not a doctor. I am not a licensed doctor. I am a licensed registered nurse, but I am not a licensed doctor. So I'm not here to give you any kind of medical advice. These are tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. And this is self-care. This is about loving on yourself. So this is therapy. Oh, I love that. Can you screenshot that? I love that. Oh, that's so cute. So yes, this is help. This is tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. This is not any kind of medical advice. So yay, my guests are here. Okay, so when I talk about pain, like I said, 90% of the time we get hurt. So now we have to get better, right? And I think the reality is that you need to learn how to sit with pain so you can diagnose yourself. Self-diagnosis is very important, guys. As we get older, we have to learn our bodies because honestly, going to somebody else to have them tell you what's wrong with you is insane. And we need to, as we're getting older, we need to break that rhetoric. You are the owner of your body. You do not need to be a doctor in order to figure out what's wrong with yourself. Now, if the pain is too much, if the pain is too unbearable, you have no idea what's going on, you're scared because fear has a way of intensifying everything that we go through, right? So if you're afraid, go to the doctor. But if the pain is not that bad, pain is our body's way of letting us know that something is not right, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, hormonal, anything like that. Pain is an alert. It is letting you know that there's something not right here. Now, if you go and then just placate that with Tylenol, ibuprofen, Advil, Aleve, whatever else kind of stuff, over-the-counter medication you have, you're actually not helping yourself, guys. You're not helping yourself if you go and get those medications because what it's doing is putting a Band-Aid on something that is deeper. And now your body has gone back into hibernation because you're saying, I'm not trying to hear none of that right now. Let me go satiate the immediate need and instead of figuring out the real problem. Now you're going to go take Tylenol, which is really bad for you. All of these over-the-counter drugs, which are really bad for you, instead of sitting with the pain for a few minutes, a few hours, trying to understand exactly what is hurting. That's the first thing you should always figure out when you hurt yourself. what is hurting me? Like, what is it? Like, target the point. That's because when you go to the doctor, that's the first thing they're going to ask you. Okay, so what is hurting you? Okay, cool. So what are you feeling? What are your symptoms? These are questions you should ask yourself before you decide to take that trip to the doctor. So if you are in pain or you are feeling some kind of ailment, you should self-diagnose first, because honestly, when you do that, it makes your experience at the doctor, at the hospital, um, the experience at the hospital, at the doctors, it makes that experience much faster, much more easier for the doctors and the nurses to help you. Because if you don't know what's going on and you're just yelling and screaming, ow, it hurts, they can't help you. They don't know what's wrong unless they put you through some kind of treatment. So it's very, very important to sit with your pain for a few minutes, for as long as you can take it. I understand sometimes you can't take it very long, so that's understandable. If you can't take it very long, go to the hospital, go to the doctor. But for a few minutes, for at least an hour, try to sit with your pain. Try to make sure that you can pinpoint the source, and then think through what you've been going through that day, that week, lately, to try and see where this can come. Now, listen, I'm neurotic, so my imagination is very vivid, and I go immediately to the most drastic form of ailment, and so that's very dangerous. Please, if you are like that, make sure that you do check into a doctor and get a medical professional to help you figure out what's going wrong with you. Do not just be like, oh, it's cancer. That's crazy. No, baby. Like, it's definitely not. It can definitely develop. All chronic diseases don't start off. You don't wake up one morning with chronic disease. Okay? That's the number one thing I want to tell everybody. I talk about this all the time. You don't just wake up and you have a disease. You've had that disease for a very long time. You just didn't know. You ignored the symptoms. You ignored the pain, and you placated it with Band-Aid. I've woken up today and gotten 3 different people telling me that in this past week they got diagnosed with chronic illness. 3, and they're in my age group, and it's really, really sad. And then that's when you want to have these conversations, is when it's happened. And I think I sit here week after week and I talk about these things because it's really happening. It's happening now. It's happening to you. It's happening to your friends. It's happening to your family members. It's happening to everybody. And people don't like to talk about it because it's not cool to talk about these kind of things. But it's really, really important to be able to make sure that everybody is healthy, everybody is well. Wellness is very important. People are very quick to not want to feel pain, so they take medication to take the pain away, but they don't want to get to the direct source of the problem. Please. It is very, very important to get to the direct source of what is hurting you. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, hormonal, it does not matter. If you are hurting, make sure you figure out what is hurting you. Hi, welcome everyone who's coming in. Lugs, I see you. Viral, I see you. Thank you for coming in. This is Self-Care Sundays with Tantwix. I am going to invite my first guest to the box. Before I do that, let's go over what I'm doing. So I'm taking a trip in the next couple of days to a slightly drier climate area. So anytime I go to a different climate area, I always make sure that I do a hydration boost to my face. What does that mean? It means trying to get as much moisture locked into my skin as possible, because I know that I'm about to be in a different climate, and the climate that I'm going to is drier than the climate I'm in right now. So I need to make sure I lock in as much moisture so that I don't feel like my skin is dry while I'm out, because I'm going to be out and about a lot, facing a lot of the elements. So every time I travel, I make sure I do a hydration boost facial. So what am I going to be doing today? First, as always, I'm going to wash my face with my favorite, I love this. Turmeric, honestly, guys, turmeric is one of the best. If you're hurting, sick, hurting, anything, turmeric is one of the best supplements out there. I like to use turmeric on everything, honestly. And one of them is for my facial cleanser. It is the 310 CA Renewal Face Cleanser with turmeric and honey. My My storefront is up. I'm launching it, not too much. I'm launching my storefront today. So this will be found on my storefront. So this is what it's a very safe facial cleanser for anyone who has combination skin, dry skin, oily skin. This is really, it's amazing. Any kind of skin type, it's good for. Then I'm going to be doing a 2-minute renewal, and it's just basically like a slightly deeper cleanser, and it is has microdermabrasion. What am I trying to say? Microdermabrasion beads in it. So what it does is takes off the first layer of dermis. Usually I use my L'Oreal Revitalift. I usually do this, but because I am going somewhere that I need more moisture, I'm going to do this one because this is actually a little bit harsher. It's a little stronger. So I'm going to do this one this time. And then I'm going to steam my face and get it nice and amazing and soft. So I'm going to use my Vogue Now facial steamer. And then I'm going to tone. I'm going to use the glycolic acid peeling toner from Revitalift. I will use my toner, and then I'm going to end with my Vogue Now Super Jelly Hydration Soothing Lavender Jelly Mask. So I'm going to end with that. I came with my facial cleanser. I live by these face masks. These face masks are so intense. You can literally feel the tingling as soon as you put the face mask on. I love it. So that's going to be my regimen today. I'm going to bring in my first guest. We have Emerald and we have Natural Goddess. Either one of you, if you're ready, you can definitely go. If you don't, whoever's ready. Bestie! Thank you, Bestie. So I'm going to start by washing my face. Remember to always start with clean facial products and materials. So
I'm on a featured show.
Huh?
My roommate was talking to me. I was telling him to not bother me right now.
Yeah, don't bother her right now. So make sure that you wash all your facial products before using them. Make sure to wash them with baking soda. That is my go-to cleanser. This is, you guys can see, I use it every single day for almost everything. So make sure to wash your facial products. I actually just got a new facial cleanser, so I'm not going to be washing it, but make sure that you always wash it and start with a clean tools. Hi!
Hi!
How are you? You look gorgeous today.
Thank you. How are you? You look beautiful, radiant.
Thank you. I'm amazing. I'm about to wash my face. How is your Father's Day going?
It's an emotional day for me. So it's the first one without my father, so it's hard.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. So it's just been
How
tough.
is it? Are you okay? Are you dealing? What are you doing? So let's
Yeah.
talk self-care. What are you doing? What do you do to show yourself a little self-care?
Today with I guess with Father's Day and trying not to be so emotional and self-care, I decided that I'm going to be positive and make one of his favorite dinners. So I'm gonna cook because cooking makes me feel happy. So I'm gonna cook for my roommate who's a father. I'm gonna cook for him and myself but it's gonna be one of my father's dishes. So that's how I'm doing.
So what dish is it?
I'm making steak and shrimp. So we're doing surf and turf. So I'm making garlic shrimp with some steak, and not too sure what the sides are yet, but I got that part. So
that's all that matters. You got the main thing. The sides are just extra.
Right.
That sounds amazing.
So
you said cooking is one of the things that you do to show yourself self-love. So do you cook every meal? Is that like something you do daily? Or
I've been trying to cook a lot more. We get into the ordering and the times of not eating properly a lot, but I do like to cook a lot for myself and for the people around me. It makes me feel happy, and then it's just the accomplishment of doing something for yourself and then making it taste good, because I'm not.
Would you consider it one of your love languages? Like, is it something that you do?
Yes,
And
yes.
you care about someone? Okay.
So someone asked me what my love language was, and I said it was food. So yes, it was. It was definitely one of my love languages.
I had to break up with food a while ago because we were too close.
I feel
It was
that.
getting
I feel that. I
toxic.
I'm getting healthier with food. I'm taking away the sugars. I'm bringing in more water to myself to making me feel better. I used to drink a lot of soda or pop, and I used to drink a lot of that. And I hardly drink any of it. It's now I have a case of water right beside me, so I'm also taking care
I
of myself that
love
way.
that. I love that. I start all of my days, all my mornings, I start with water. The first thing to touch my mouth is water.
It's
Like,
water.
even if I drink coffee or anything else, I make sure that definitely the first thing I drink in the morning is water. And shout out to all my friends who know that I'm definitely trying to up my water intake. So they help me with, like, where's your water? Where's your water? And
Drink
it's
it.
right
Drink
here
it.
before
Yes.
she asks. so,
I love that.
I
I
love
love that because sometimes I need a push too. So, but that's why I have my water beside me because if it's convenient and it's right there, then I can just grab it and I don't have to get in like. And I don't mind room temperature water. Room temperature water. It's actually better for you than cold water. So,
I learned that. I learned that a few years ago. Yeah.
yeah, so I keep it right beside me because then that means it's right there and I don't have to get up and get anything else. So it's the first thing right there. So I keep water beside me. It's the first thing I drink in the morning. But I used to drink like 2 or 3 liter, 2 liters of Coke without any water. So now I
Really?
yes, yeah. So
That's
I've cut
insane.
I've cut it all out. I've cut out all the pop and now it's just
So you don't drink
water,
soda anymore at all?
hardly any. Like I'll take a sip from my roommate,
Yay! We
like
love that. We love that.
but as of a month or
What
two
was
ago,
your first? What was your first, like, difference? What was the first difference you saw in your skin, in your body, in your everyday to day behavior when you switched
I
from soda to water?
I felt myself craving water and not the sugar. So I felt myself needing it more than I never felt it. Like I've never needed water because I always drank a lot of pop. But now with the water, I'm feeling better. There's more energy. My skin is looking better. My hair is looking better. Like altogether, I'm feeling better. I have a bit more energy because the sugar and the caffeine is no good for you. So
Right.
having taking that out of myself and bringing the water. I've been drinking that a lot more, and I've been now that it's nicer. I live in Canada, so it gets really cold in the winter times. So now that it's nicer, I've been actually going out for walks and trying to get out a lot more as well, and being with nature. Because for me, that's also another love language is nature. So I love
I love that.
I love being outside. One of my goals this summer is to go fishing, just to even be out, not even just to go fishing, just to be outside and be with the nature because that makes me feel good. So that's one of the things that I do to make my like self care is to go outside, do something that isn't like going shopping and all commercial like that. Do something for yourself, and for me, it's going outside and being one with nature as well.
So I actually had a guest on here, my best friend. She is someone who definitely believes, like, being outside, being one with nature is very much self-care for her too. So do you practice grounding? Do you know what that is?
My sister does, and she told me recently to go outside and just stand in the grass and just kind of
With
ground
no shoes
myself
on,
with
correct.
no
With no
shoes on,
shoes on. People think whenever I say grounding, like, oh, you gotta go hug a tree. I mean,
no
some
shoes.
people do that, but, like, it doesn't have to be that serious. But, like,
And I
yeah,
did.
just,
I did.
you did.
I went
Did you
outside
like
with no
it?
shoes on. I've always been a person who hates shoes anyway. So I was the kid who ran outside without any shoes. I was always in the grass. So I always played in the mud. So going outside and doing that, it actually made me feel better.
Oh,
I do
I
need to
love
find a
that.
different I do need to find a different space to do it where I feel like that I would feel better and more grounded if I was around water as well, because water makes me feel
What's your
really good.
sign? What's your
I'm
sign?
I'm Cancer. I'm a Cancer.
So you're a natural, so you're a water sign. I have the
Yes.
same affiliation. So I believe in grounding and I do grounding, but I actually have a more like I have to touch water at least once a week. I
Yes.
have to put my like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a swimmer at all, but I
That's
have
okay.
to like at least put my feet in the water. My like I have to touch water at least once a week. And it just there's something about it that just literally it takes me to a different place. And
I
so it's funny because a lot of people don't understand that is self care when you can raise your vibration doing anything and you're not where you were, like you said, you felt better. I love that. Like that is literally the epitome of self-care. Like you
so
weren't
I
feeling so good and then you did something and now you're feeling better and there's a smile on your face and you're happy and you're smiling. There's nothing more rewarding
so
than that.
I actually have a story about that. Recently, I've been going through so much emotional stuff with everything going on. Like February was when my dad passed away, so it's just been super recent. And so for myself, I've been in a depressed state. I've been kind of negative, but I was on stream one day. I was cooking. I was getting very overwhelmed. I was getting to the point where I was kind of having a panic attack. But something told me to turn on my tap, just my faucet. And I turned on my faucet and I stopped and I breathed and I took away everything and I stopped myself from having a panic attack and
Wow.
passing out just by turning on the faucet and listening to the water and bringing myself to a place of nature. I just pictured it.
I
I,
love that.
yes,
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes we need to take a moment and just breathe and just
yes.
calm down and not call 911 and not, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all it takes is just, okay, what's going
That's what
on,
everybody just
and
says.
listening to yourself. Oh
Yes.
my God, I love that. Like, I really love that. I love that so
because
much. That's
because sometimes
awesome.
because I've been going through more panic attacks lately, and I'm just like, okay, well, and something just told me just turn on the water. It's what makes you feel good. So I did. I closed my eyes and I brought myself to nature, and I was able to calm myself down, smile, and I was good again in 10 minutes. Like I calmed my breathing, and I didn't actually have a panic attack. So
Love that
so
so
water
much.
and
That's
nature and
awesome.
all of that. Yeah.
I love nature. I think that nature. Okay, hi guys. For everybody who's just joining, this is Self Care Sundays with Tantric. I am Tantric. This is my beautiful guest, Emerald Empress. Emerald Empress, right? Yes, I got that
Yes.
right. Okay, because I called you Emerald, but yeah, Emerald Empress. Please favorite her. She is just going through her self care regimens, and we talking about grounding. We're talking about elevation. We're talking about higher vibration. I love all of everything that you've been saying. Literally like sits so deep in my spirit. I talk about it all the time if you come to my stream. I'm going through my face care regimen. I just washed my face with my turmeric honey facial wash. I'm going in with my 2 minute reveal deep scrub with my facial scrubber. It's electronic, so it's an ultrasound facial scrubber. It gets in there and helps me lift that first layer of dermis on my skin. After that, I'm going to steam my face. So, yeah, we're just talking about the different things that Emerald does to bring herself a little love weekly. So, is there anything else that you get into? You said that food is a love language. You
Yes.
said grounding and water is a love language. So, what else? What else?
Another thing for me is the way I look, and just because the way you look is it makes me feel good. So I always have to have different colored hair, or one like it has to be colored. So every 2 weeks or so, every 3 weeks, I check to see where I'm at with that, and then I retouch it up to make myself feel good, or I get a haircut. Or I do something to make myself feel good, and I feel like my hair is a big part of me. Like I used to have long hair, and one day I'm just like, it's not me anymore. I need to feel something. I need a change. And I chopped it all. I did a short bob or a long bob, and I chopped it all off. And I never liked that. I've had long hair for the longest time. So, but now I'm feeling good about myself. I had to make a change, and sometimes you just have to jump into that too. Like it, sometimes it makes you nervous, and but doing things that make you feel good, like chopping your hair off and dyeing it, is one thing that I do to make myself feel good. So
So I honestly think that we're twin flames. And let me, because you said so many things that resonate so deep with my spirit. And I honestly, like, I think we're twin flames because I am the same exact way. And I didn't think anyone understood that. I'm being so serious. I change my hair weekly. I change my hair weekly. I get sick of looking at myself.
Yes,
And it's not a self hate or a self loathing or anything like that. But I genuinely like, and I could look amazing. I could get 100 compliments. But I get sick of looking at myself. I get sick of looking the same,
yes,
and
yes.
I have to change visually what I look like, honestly.
Like,
And I
like I just
didn't
got a
know that
piercing.
anybody else really understood that. Like, I really, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I just got a piercing like 2 weeks ago, and it's making me feel better because it's changed a little bit for myself. In my birthday's coming up in July, and for myself, I don't know how anybody feels about tattoos, but they're a way of me expressing myself. I have three of them already, and I have a couple. I got one here. I got one on my shoulder, a couple on my one on my leg, and but I wasn't able to do like a funeral or anything to celebrate my dad or feel with one with him, you know. So what I'm doing for my birthday is I'm getting a tattoo, and it's his spirit animal. It's going to be a hawk with one of his with a feather down that says dad, and it's going to go right above my heart. And that's something that I've told my roommate, my boyfriend, I've told his mom, everybody. I've told everybody this is the one thing that is going to make me feel better, and it's going to make me feel good. And not only is it going to change what I look like, but it's always there's going to be something there in representing that my dad was my best friend and is my best
That's
friend. So
awesome. I love that. I
something,
love that. I love that. And honestly, my stream is typically not a safe space, but this show is, and there's no judgment, because how you need to love yourself is nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? How you
yes,
choose to elevate your spirit is nobody's business. But all I want to know and all I'm looking for is options,
yes.
ideas. Like, that was amazing. That's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? And so I love everything that you've shared with us today, because you're absolutely right. An amazing way to honor past loves, past relationship is by tattooing. I think it's soothing.
It is.
It's a form of therapy. People who don't know, who have never gotten a tattoo, don't know that. And like I said, again, pain. Like, under after the pain is released this
Worth it.
beautiful experience, exactly, beautiful expression. And so that's awesome. That's awesome. And happy early birthday, in case I don't get to
Thank
tell
you.
you before.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
I love this show. I love the concept of it. When EJ or Emoji J told me about it and said, "Would you be on it?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know what I do for self care." And then now talking to you, I do self care a different way. I don't do it
Yeah.
in like a normal way. Like I don't do the face regimen. I don't do stuff like that. I do take a shower, however, like I have to do it once or at least once or like every other day to make myself feel better. Wash that hair. And I'm in there for like a half hour to 45 minutes to an hour just with the water, just letting it run.
Well,
Just
honestly, it's so funny. Shout out to Jasmine, because she was the one who changed the premise and the perspective of my show. The show was definitely based on like self care, skin care, hair care, makeup care, that kind of energy. But we had a conversation one day, and she said, "Listen, self care comes in so many different forms, and you can't just." Uh, Talk about one form of self-care, because like, not everyone does it, right? So, and I love it, because, and I'm glad that I'm able to get some of these guests earlier in the week, so they do have time to think about exactly what their self-care contribution is, or if they don't have one, hey, this is a good thing to maybe start. And so I love that. I love that. And like I said, um you definitely touched on a lot of, like, the good things, and I'm so happy that you found an amazing way to honor your dad, and bring him what he needs. This is Father's Day. So, is there anything else that you would like to share?
Just that finding self care is important. I lost it. I'm finding myself. Not only am I finding what I love again in my passions, which passions, finding your passions is another thing about self care. Because food is one of my passions, but I've lost a few of the other ones. So I'm trying to find that again. What you like in life, and it doesn't matter if it's shopping, retail therapy, anything. You could go fishing, could be anything, but find what you love because I've lost it. And I'm finding myself again. And it's one step at a time, and just trying to find the positivity. And another one of my things is trying to say a positive mantra every morning, just to help myself go.
Setting your
And
affirmations, setting
yes,
your intentions for the day, setting your intentions for the week. Yes.
yes.
That's awesome. I love
So
that. I love that. That's
And I
amazing.
just want to say thank you again for giving me the opportunity to talk on your show, and I love it, and I hope it gets featured. And congratulations, you're doing an amazing, amazing thing.
Oh, thank you so much, Emerald. I really appreciate you. Everyone in here, please hit Emerald Embers with a fave. She's amazing. I love you. Please come back
Thank you
again
so much.
after it's
I
featured.
will.
I would love to have you again. This is awesome. Thank you so
I will. Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you. That was great. I love that. That was so dope. So we talked about grounding. We talked about finding center in water and peace. I love that because I am a Pisces. Um, Please kick all the trolls out of my stream. Thanks. Um, we talked about um, the fact that you need to change and resurface every couple of weeks. I'm like that. I didn't know there were other people out here like that. So that's awesome to find out and know. Thank you all the people coming in. I appreciate all the gifts. Thank you so much. If I'm not actually speaking to you, I'm so sorry because I have a show and I have a short amount of time to talk to my guests. I am inviting my next guest into the box. This is Natural Goddess. I
Hi guys.
gorgeous. Oh my gosh, are we gonna do a face care
Yes,
with
we're doing
me?
it together. We're almost so
Oh,
cute.
okay, okay. You know what? Shout out to you. You are the first person. Oh, no, sorry, you're the second person to actually do face care with me. So I
Ooh.
love that. Everybody, please welcome Natural Goddess to my show. Hi, darling. You look gorgeous.
I actually used to start my streams doing my skincare and then I transferred to doing them on TikTok. So if y'all want to see those, you can look at my
Yeah,
TikTok.
favorite her Instagram, favorite her TikTok. She's gorgeous, guys. So, okay, so what does self care mean to you? I'm actually, let me run back real quick. So, I just finished washing my face with my turmeric honey facial cleanser. I went in with my ultrasonic face scrubber and did my 2 minute reveal. Here it is, 2 minute reveal scrub by Definage. This is one of my favorite products. It's almost empty. This is amazing. It gives you new skin. You can't see it, but I promise you the glow tomorrow will be impeccable. And then I'm about to steam my face and then go in with my toner by Revitalift. And then after that, I'm going to end with my super hydrating, super amazing Vogue Now facial hydration mask. It's a jelly mask. It's so dope. You mix it with a little bit of water, goes on like jelly, peels off like jelly. Love it. All right. So, my darling, what does self care mean to you?
Self-care, what does it mean? Everything. Like you were saying, I was listening to you, like it's all forms. One of my favorite is skincare because it just feels good and it's like girly and I love it. But I like also journaling. Journaling is also a big thing that I do. Eating healthy, like the things that you put into your body is self-care. I kind
I
of think
never,
that.
okay, so I never, maybe like in seventh grade, I was into journaling, but I never really got into journaling. So let's talk about that for a second.
Okay. Well,
Let's talk about
honestly, my
journaling
kind
do
of
for you. Hmm.
journaling for me is a little all over the place, honestly. I just started bullet journaling, so I have to draw out the weeks and stuff, but I really just put my task, what I need to do. I started inputting like how I'm feeling that day so that maybe at the end of the week I can kind of go over and see like how my week went, what I can do better, or like.
So it's a daily bulleting of your thoughts and emotions.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
everything. So it
So
really
what does
gives me
that do for
really
you
good.
upon reflection? Like, what does that do for you?
With reflecting, well, I have terrible memory, so it helps me remember. That's why I say I have to write it down. So reflecting at the end of the week, it's great with that. Yeah. Other than that, it just really helps me remember starting to do the things. But I start with my skincare too. I started
Awesome.
using La Roche-Posay, so those are the products I'm using
Wait,
today.
is that La Roche?
Yeah.
Ah, we love
You
to
like
see
this stuff?
it. Yes,
Yeah.
honey, child. I got like 3 of her products. Absolutely. Come on.
Yeah, I just
Come
started. Actually, my girlfriend was the one who put me onto them, and I like slowly started getting more of their stuff. But I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, she is, I would say, middle tier face care regimen. So it's not the cheaper, but it's not the more expensive, like a
Yeah.
Home or anything like that. So she's definitely, you're gonna pay like anywhere between 30 to $50 for her products, depending on where you get them. Hack. If you go to Ross, you go to Marshalls, you go to what's the other one? Burlington Coat Factory, maybe, I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
I
But
don't
or Nordstrom, excuse
know.
me. You go to Ross, you go to Marshalls or Nordstrom's, you can find her products much, much cheaper than if you go to the website. So
Nice. Good
that's
to know
that.
that. I like them. They've helped my skin clear up because I've had bad hormonal acne for like my whole childhood, everything. So
So you
it's
break out when you
amazing.
get your period and stuff like that.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Not
nice. So
really.
what kind of skin what's your skin type?
I would say it's normal, honestly, maybe combination of anything, but it's more of like a normal, it doesn't get too oily, doesn't get too dry, but I'm heavy on moisture, so I've been trying to, do a lot of that.
Okay. So right now, guys, I'm using my facial steamer by Vogue Now. This steamer is amazing. It's amazing. Um, so what it does is basically open up the pores so that when I go in with my hydration facial, it will get into my pores more. So that's why it's necessary to steam. So I'll steam, I'm gonna tone, and then I'll put my mask on, and I'm just left with just amazing skin for tomorrow and the rest of this week. I'm excited.
Nice.
Okay,
Yes.
so what do you do? Like, what do you normally do when you do like a skincare regimen?
Normally, like my everyday skin regimen is I, brush my teeth, I scrub my lips, I go with the moisturizer, which I mean not moisturizer, but the cleanser, and I normally switch, depends. Morning I try and use a gentle one, then at night because I feel like, you slept, there's not as much stuff on your face. But then I do toner and then an acne treatment, eye cream, and then I use two moisturizers in the daytime, vitamin C and then the La Roche one, which
Nice.
works really
So
good.
why do you scrub your lips?
Because I just don't like them to get dry, and the one that I use is the Ultra Sexy Pout, but it really just kind of makes them soft because that's made with coconut oil, so it's really just like hydrating, honestly. It doesn't really scrub them that hard, it just kind of gives moisture and gets rid of that dead skin. I just hate when, you know.
Yeah, so I actually have discoloration on my lips, so I've just gotten into the Lip Lavish face like scrubber as well as like the tinting. So
Mhm.
I'm really, 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 really trying to do it naturally before I
Yeah.
succumb to going to get my lips brushed. So that's something I've been really focusing on. So it's always interesting to me when people who don't have discoloration why they use lip scrubs because I just assume that's the only reason why I use it. But you're right, though. I mean, not everyone is blessed with like soft lips, and I am a Carmex user, so that's really the only reason why my lips
Yeah.
stay soft and
I love
smooth. So
actually
I'm a
definitely the same. And when you were talking about the turmeric and stuff too, I love using turmeric like body wash or even like if we have time, I had some health shots that I was gonna show you guys that I make. Like I try and do
absolutely.
it once a week, but yeah, they're I guess I'll talk
You
about
have
it
some
later. But I hope
health
you
what?
enjoyed that health
You
shot.
said you have some health what? Oh, shots. Oh, you make shots? Like wellness shots?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so I recently got a juice
Yeah.
for last year and I never really did anything with it. but like lately
I
I've
want to
been
get.
really into juicing. Yeah, you should definitely get a
I
juicer. You
want.
definitely. I'm actually putting my juicer on my Amazon storefront because somebody else was like, "Oh, I want to get a juicer. Where'd you get yours?" And so like mine's awesome. I love it, and I suggest everybody get a juicer because honestly, twice this week I was not well. Twice this week and once last week I wasn't feeling very well, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting sick." But instead of like
Mm,
allowing myself to get sick, I took a wellness shot once in the morning and once at night. And all I did in the wellness shot was one lemon, one orange,
mm,
ginger, and turmeric.
yep.
That's it. One
Yep.
lemon, one
Those are
orange,
simple
ginger,
things.
and turmeric. And I felt amazing. Like I didn't even have a cough or anything by the next day. So it's really, really important to make sure that you like jump on when you're not feeling well and stuff like that. To jump on the like wellness train because you can
Yeah.
really like stop like yourself from getting sick. Like I didn't get sick. It was awesome, you
Yeah.
know. And
Hmm.
I'm a huge supplement fan, so I'm always screaming, take your vitamin B and vitamin C and vitamin D.
I
But what's
know. I need to
awesome
get
with
that
like
myself.
juicing yourself is I didn't even need to take supplements. I was like, oh, I'll take a
Mhm.
supplement before I go to bed. I forgot, but I did juice and I felt so much better. So that's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
So
Juicing, I want to
this
get
is Self Care
into.
Sundays with Tantwix. I have in my box the gorgeous, naturally beautiful, natural goddess.
Yes.
She is going through
Face
her
care.
self care regimen, her face care regimen. I believe she's using La
Love. Okay.
Rouge, La Rouge. And now, what is this? A toner that's on your face?
Right now I'm on moisturizer.
Oh, she's
I
on
did the toner.
moisturizer by the same
Yeah.
woman.
But
She's obsessed.
yeah, with all their products.
We've talked
Not
wellness shots. We've talked journaling. So, what
journaling.
other kind of things would you do to like bring yourself to a a higher elevation, higher
We were
frequency?
talking about grounding and meditating, and I do a lot of that. I've been working on my routine, my daily routine, and
What is your
you know,
daily routine?
well, the one I have set for myself is to wake up at like 6:45 or 7, make my tea and do my meditating and my affirmations and just kind of like take a little time for myself and just, like wake up and be here and be grateful, be thankful, acknowledge how I'm feeling. And then my goal is to work out, but we're still working on that. We
I
haven't
love
got
that
there
though.
yet.
I love that people are setting like I love that 2024 more because when I used to talk about meditating and affirming, people were like, "What's that?" I had a morning meditation stream.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
I had a
right.
morning meditation stream. Jazzy remembers. Um, but it was still such a new idea last year that I ended up
Hmm.
stopping it because it's something that's really important to me, and I didn't like people making fun of it. So
Yeah.
I actually ended up stopping it. But I'm so huge on like meditating and affirming, and I think that I just love that I'm hearing more and more people just like getting into it and doing it.
Yeah.
So what kind of like affirmations do you set for yourself?
Well, ones I like to tell myself a lot that I'm wealthy, I'm successful, I'm positive, I am beautiful. Like I just try and like blurt out anything that comes to me, like, but a lot of the ones that I say a lot is wealthy, successful, healthy, positive, because I want to be all of those things. I was gonna show you this too, this coconut oil. A lot of people ask me like, how do you get your teeth so white? And the thing that I've done for a while now is coconut oil, and then you put like mint or any type of, really, you could use rosemary if you wanted to, and you
Uh-huh.
just let it infuse in there, and then you can use it like mouthwash or
Oh, so
like,
you
have you
basically
ever
do
done oil
coconut. So you
pulling?
basically do coconut pulling.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Does it
Hmm.
taste good?
I personally don't mind it, but it's something I've done for a long time, so I don't know if
I
it's like an
hate coconut
acquired taste.
pulling.
Really?
And it's
No,
so
I
funny because
don't
I always
mind
talk
it.
about wellness and going the slightly more holistic. Well, not
Yeah.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Be hygienic. It doesn't matter if it's holistic or not,
Right,
honestly.
right, right.
But I need to wipe my teeth, and it's so funny that you're saying that because I literally just went to go get these the last. I need to wipe my teeth. I need to wipe. I always wipe my teeth. So what she showed was
It's just coconut
that's
oil.
that's
But
organic coconut oil, and inside the coconut oil she put mint. The mint is to give it a little bit of flavor. I don't think the mint actually does anything.
yeah, well,
Because
yeah, just
coconut
like
oil by itself is actually kind of not as good as you would think it is.
it's an acquired taste. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone's acquired. So,
Take it on here to the shots. Finish once.
this has been a great show. I loved my guests today, guys. Can I just say that? Both of my guests were gorgeous, and they both had such a unique way at coming at wellness. And I love that. I love that for myself. I love that for my show. Shout out to Emerald Empress. They both have goddess names. Emerald Empress for talking about grounding, talking about meditation, talking about finding center with water, talking about having to change appearance because it just, a new look just kind of resets yourself. I am a huge firm believer in that. Shout out to Natural Goddess for actually going through her self-care regimen with me. I love that. Taurus is the last person to do that with me. Thank you for talking about journaling and meditating and affirmations. I love all of those things. I love that you're interested in skincare. I saw the video of you brushing your teeth. I love that. You know why? A lot of people don't brush their teeth on here.
Right.
If you would like to be on my show, Self-Care Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, next week Sunday or any following Sunday, please reach out to Emoji J, me, or Jazzy. Jazzy, can you send away so they can see you? And we will definitely be able to get you on the show. And yeah, let's get into the juices.
Okay, this is the health shot that I make. So there's turmeric, ginger, celery juice, cranberry juice, and the apple cider vinegar, and then some garlic I have right here that I just
Okay, so what does each ingredient do, and why do you do this?
So my knowledge on each thing, turmeric is good for inflammation and pain management. Ginger is really good for nausea. It's good for your stomach, your immune system. So is turmeric. Same with the celery. I know it's good for detoxing your body, cleansing you. Cranberry juice, everybody needs that cranberry. Cranberry is
It's
good.
good for
Vitamins.
your G-tract, and it's good for your gut health. So yay! But make sure that it's organic cranberry. There can't be any sugar. That's the only one that's actually good for you. The very bitter kind. It usually comes in a tincture form. So.
Yep. And then, oh no, this is honey, not apple cider vinegar. And then some Manuka honey also. So I mix all of those. I normally, honestly, when it comes to my health shots, I add like whatever I have in my kitchen. If I got, cayenne pepper, I'll add some of that because I know that's good for inflammation and your, what is it, your circular, your
cellular function.
You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I know. I know what you're trying to say. I can't think.
Me either. I know exactly what it is. It just not coming to my mind.
What is the word? Circulation.
Circulatory system, maybe? I don't know, but I know what it is. Don't blame me.
Not too much Joxa in the comments. But I do want to say, be careful with cayenne pepper, because if you use too much, that's why it's safer to usually use turmeric. Because sometimes, people who don't have a lot of pepper in their diet, when they use cayenne pepper, it can be a little bit too much. You find yourself having diarrhea, which is actually not a bad thing, but be very careful with cayenne. It is very much safer to go with turmeric if you are trying to add that little inflammation kick.
Nice. And I love a lot of garlic too, because garlic's really good for your gut too, right? Your gut, your immune system.
Yes, very much.
I've gotten to the point now where I can honestly eat a whole clove of garlic just straight out of the, like just straight, and just chew it and be perfect.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. I saw this girl on TikTok. See, like, when I was younger, I used to get strep a lot, and my mom used to give me like garlic pills. She would just buy capsules and put garlic in them, and then eventually I just got to a point where I would just like eat them straight. But my mom tries to do the most natural routes to everything, so.
Grabbing a garlic and eating it straight is crazy, sis. Oh no. Yeah, that's different. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've heard people do it with onion and stuff like that, but garlic, that's a different level. Shout out to you. I'm excited. I want to watch you drink it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to drinking, I feel like I'm pretty good. Watch me get on the camera and be like, not be able to do it. I'm gonna take a cranberry. Cheers.
Cheers. I love that.
The honey really helps though. See?
Yeah, honestly, I need to get more honey into my wellness shots because I've been sleeping on honey. Honestly, I have. I need to.
Bee pollen is also really good for like if you have allergies and stuff.
Is it okay? So help me understand. Isn't honey bee pollen? It does. It needs to be raw manuka honey is the best.
Yeah.
Anything organic and unrefined. When you're looking for organic products like coconut oil, like honey, make sure that you look for the words organic and unrefined. Because if it's not, then it's not good. It's processed honey, and they've taken a lot of the natural elements out of the honey. So yes, it does.
Yes. I was going to show you this too. This is a self-care journal that my girlfriend made actually. It's one that we started. It has like basically, you know, just like everything like you're saying. You can write how you're feeling, daily things, daily affirmations. It has a self-care checklist in here so like you can
She made that?
Yep. And it's on Amazon too. I'll post it on my IG.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of cute stuff in it.
Oh, that is adorable. You're my new wellness friend. I love this for us.
I know when I see you doing all your stuff, I was like, cool. It was nice hearing you say that because, like you said, it's good hearing other people interested in the same things like this.
It really is. I've definitely put a lot of the people who come to my stream onto like my wellness stuff. I literally sent Taurus some cleansing. I'm like, no sis, get into it. We getting into it 2023, you know what I'm saying? So like but I love people who have already found their own passion and like are just living the same journey as me, because then it's like, oh, let's talk hair, let's talk, you know, everything. So like, yeah, I love this. I love this for you. I love this for me. You guys, I've just finished my jelly mask. My face is tingling. So we're going to put a little bit of serum. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of serum. So when I take my jelly mask off, I try not to wash it off because I want the process to keep going. So that's why you're really supposed to peel it off, because you're not supposed to wash it off. I did wipe it off with my towel. I'm going to add a little intensive lifting serum. This is going to keep the hydration inside, lock it in, and make sure that tomorrow and the rest of this week I glow. We have the beautiful The Natural Goddess in our box right now. She's talking all things self-care. She just took a wellness shot. She's better than me, because if I was me, I probably would have made a face or choked a little or something. She was on the spot. I was waiting too. I was like, I was waiting for something. She didn't give it to me. I'm upset, but it's okay. And she just went through her journaling. We had Emerald Empress. Thank you guys so much. Is there anything that you would like to finish off with or let us know?
No, I appreciate you and everybody. Thank you for having me on here. It was fun. It was great talking and everything.
Absolutely. I thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for promoting. That video was awesome. You guys, please favorite her. Go favorite her Instagram. Look at the little video she made. It was so adorable. I will definitely be checking out your storefront, because I know you have one, and the products that you sell. I'm excited for you. That's awesome. Yeah, this is her backup account because she wasn't able to log into her Meet Me, so she had to make a POF, and I stumbled upon her in the news section. So shout out to her making a new account, because I would have probably not found her today the show. Yay! Yay for us.
Right.
Anyways, thank you so much. Please favor Emerald Empress. Please favor Natural Goddess. They're both very gorgeous. I appreciate all of your contribution today. Do you have anything going on? I see you have an auction this week or next week.
Yeah, auction is on the 23rd at 8:55. That's exciting. It's a sexy summer nights theme, so be ready for that.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And you can exit the box whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
Bye, darling.
See you guys
I'm
later.
ready. Look your mess, Jay. See you. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today. It has been such a blessing, such a pleasure. Happy Father's Day again to all the deities out there, the good ones. And if you're not a good one, do better. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for coming to my show. Shout out to the top 3 of the stream. Shout out to my bestie. Shout out to, is this Emerald? This is Emerald Empress. Shout out to May. Is that May? Nay, New York Nay. The Poppies. Thank you guys. Once again, always make sure to show yourself some love. Make sure it's weekly. You only have one life. So, you know, don't wait till it's too late. I'm tired of people always calling me when it's too late and, oh, how do I get into all that stuff you were talking about? No, I don't like that. The conversations make me really, really sad because you guys know I talk about this stuff all the time. And it's like, you know, don't run it back when it's too late. Start now. It may not be anything. It could be something small as going and putting your feet in the grass, going and putting your feet in some water, running the tap when you're having a little bit of anxiety, journaling, something to take the stress away, even if it's just for a minute, okay? So I appreciate the both of you. Honestly, you guys have helped me. You don't know how much you've actually helped me today. I appreciate you. Thank you for lifting my spirits. Thank you for lifting the spirits of my stream. And I'll see you guys next week. This was Self-Care Sundays with me. Favorite all the gifters, favorite the 2 guests. And I'll see you. Bye. Bye, guys.